So, the Good Shepherd, and as I mentioned already, previous to today's gospel, Jesus talks about the qualities of a good shepherd. And Jesus is concerned about the passing on of his values to his disciples. He's worried that they might not get it. They might not be able to follow his vision. Some did, some did not. We're concerned about the same thing. How many times parents will tell me, who are very active in the parish in their faith, they say, well, my children never go to church. Or people that start a business, they want to hand it on to their children. And under the father, the business was successful, but then when the children took it over, it diminished. Football, we have that example all the time. The passing of the ball from the center to the quarterback. How often they practice that, and still at times they fumble. So here we are, gathered, disciples of Jesus. How much have we accepted his message and live it out in our lives? And again, I mentioned at the beginning, we want Jesus to be our good shepherd, but only when he agrees with us. When he challenges us, our values, our thinking, that's sometimes where we stumble or fumble. That's the challenge. That's what it means to hear the voice. I commented in my bulletin article. To hear the voice, that's one thing. To truly listen, that's something else. And then to follow, that's the ultimate. That's what Jesus is worried about with us. Like he was worried about it with his disciples when he lived this earth. And he worries about that for all eternity. Will we be able to truly accept the message, to live his vision, his values, his mission in a world? Because human nature says, I want to do it my way, no other way. And in society, all around us, we have that attitude that we all want to be number one. We all want everything to go my way. And when it doesn't, we get upset. But are we willing today to bend our will, to hear the message repeated over and over and over again, so that perhaps finally we might truly learn it? That's why on Mother's Day I always go back to this little book, Love You Forever, by Robert Munch. I think this says it a whole lot better than I can. When you're comfortable, join me with the refrain, and with my frog voice, I'll need your help. A mother held her new baby and very slowly rocked him back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And while she held him, she sang, I'll love you forever. I'll like you for always, as long as I'm living, my baby you'll be. Well, the baby grew. The baby grew and he grew and he grew. He grew until he was 2 years old. He ran all around the house, pulled all the books off the shelves, pulled all the food out of the refrigerator, took his mother's watch and flushed it down the toilet. Sometimes his mother would say, this kid is driving me crazy. But at nighttime, when that 2-year-old was quiet, she opened the door to his room, crawled across the floor, looked up over the side of the bed, and if he was really asleep, she picked him up and she rocked him back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And while she rocked him, she sang, I'll love you forever. I'll like you for always, as long as I'm living, my baby you'll be. The little boy grew. He grew and he grew and he grew. He grew until he was 9 years old. Never wanted to come in for dinner. Never wanted to take a bath. When Grandma visited, he always said bad words. Sometimes his mother wanted to sell him to a zoo. But at nighttime, when he was asleep, the mother quietly opened the door to his room, crawled across the floor, looked up over the side of the bed, and if he was really asleep, she picked up that 9-year-old boy and slowly rocked him back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And while she rocked him, she sang, "I'll love you forever. I'll like you for always. As long as I'm living, my baby you'll be." The boy grew. He grew and he grew and he grew. He grew until he was a teenager. He had strange friends. He wore strange clothes. He listened to strange music. Sometimes his mother felt like she was in a zoo. But at nighttime, when that teenager was asleep, the mother opened the door to his room, crawled across the floor, looked up over the side of the bed, and if that teenager was really asleep, she picked him up and she rocked him back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And while she rocked him, she sang, "I'll love you forever. I'll like you for always. As long as I'm living, my baby you'll be." The teenager grew. He grew and he grew and he grew. He grew until he was a grown-up man. Left home, bought a house across town. But sometimes on dark nights, the mother got in her car. She drove across town. If the lights in her son's house were out, she opened up his bedroom window, crawled across the floor, looked up over the side of the bed, and if that great big man was really asleep, she picked him up and she rocked him back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And while she rocked him, she sang, "I'll love you forever. I'll like you for always. As long as I'm living, my baby you'll be." Well, that mother got older. She got older and older and older. One day she called up her son and said, "You better come and see me because I'm getting very old and sick." So the son came to see her. When he came in the door, she tried to sing the song. She sang, "I'll love you forever. I'll like you for all." But she couldn't finish. She was too old and sick. So the son went to his mother. He picked her up and he rocked her back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And while he rocked her, he sang her song, "I'll love you forever. I'll like you for always. As long as I'm living, my mommy you'll be." Well, the son came home that night. He stood thinking for a long time at the foot of the stairs. Then he went up to his room where his newborn baby daughter was asleep. For the first time, he picked her up and he rocked her back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And for the first time, he sang this song, "I'll love you forever. I'll like you for always. As long as I'm living, my baby you'll be." Happy Mother's Day, Good Shepherds.